there, you wonderful bunch of flaming flamingos, and welcome to an Imperial Guard assault on a Tau town. Yes, that's right, the Imperial Guard are on the offense once, not on defense today, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be trying to break through our Tau defenses over here. We've got fire warriors, we've got mecha suits, we've even got a couple of kroots coming over to try and help out. Now, the Imperial Guard are going to have one hell of a time. You can see that they've attempted some sort of amphibious landing here. They've landed on this tiny little beach and are now going to try to push up through this defensive line here. However, the Tau are in defense here, and also all the Lehman Russies for the Imperials are down below in the valley, meaning that only a few, oh my god, meaning that only a few of them are going to be effective at the start, at least until they push up. But the Imperial Guard at the moment simply melting against this opening wave here. Oh my god, so many Imperials are dying. 3,800 have already died. The mecha suits now standing on top of bodies. Let's go over to our second gatehouse over here, which is going to be slowly developing. We can see a few kroots have made their way out the front here and are trying to defend the location with the help from the fire warriors, laying that covering fire down below. But yet, let's go back over to this one, because this is where the real slaughter is going on at the moment. Does look like the Imperials have gained a little bit of ground on the left-hand side here. But yeah, on the right-hand side, where our mecha suits are, they are just, look at the pile of bodies they're standing on. So many Imperials have already lost their lives trying to push this first opening gap, but they've still got lots of troops pushing in here. You can see all that tank fire trying to actually deal some damage here. I think they're mainly aiming at the suits. There we go. Oh no, I thought one of the suits was actually down then, but no, he just fumbled for a split second. So far, the Tau defenses are holding really strong. One of the suits has now officially gone down here. Imperial Guard still laying into that front line. And there you go, with the both of them mecha suits now down, they're swarming into the fire warriors. There's a couple of kroot making their way forward here, trying to plug that gap to give the fire warriors plenty of time to keep laying down that firepower. 13,000 losses actually for the Imperials now already. Let's go over to our secondary line over here. Like I said, the Tau have got multiple lines of defense here, so it's not just about these gatehouses. But the kroot seem to have formed a really good line of defense here at the moment, not letting the Imperials get close like they have on the other gate, which is really bad for the Imperials. They're paying for that with high numbers of casualties. They've only killed about 500 of the Tau so far. That should tell you all you need to know about this assault so far. Oh, amphibious assaults, one of the most deadliest that you can do. But look at this at the moment. They are still trying to push in. They're getting there bit by bit, man. They are getting there. These kroot, though, that are stopping them have been a bit of a game changer on this particular flank here. Like I said, look, there's only one or two of them just mixed in amongst the fire warriors here. But when they're coming forward, they are just stopping the Imperials in their tracks completely. Which, again, allows all these fire warriors, because we've got a second group back here who are also giving covering fire. And look at that, they can just perfectly see the Imperials as they come over that lip there of bodies that they've made. Our second line of defense looking really strong, actually, at the moment. Like I said, the kroot really holding them back. Come on, Imperials, you need to push harder than this if you want to break the defense. We haven't really got that much tank support over this side. You see that we've got a couple of gunners now at the back. They're trying to lay down some covering fire here as all the melee troops go in. How are our tanks doing? Have any actually pushed up? Oh yes, look at this. A couple have actually pushed up on this side now. Does look like we've actually lost a few as well as we've got closer. A couple of them of the Tau grenades probably did that. Not that they have them in this game. I really wish they did. I wish the units had multiple attacks. Like when these guys got close, that they'd actually start melee attacking instead of just trying to shoot. But, you know, it is what it is for now. Oh, look at this. A Lehman Russ then making its way, crushing its way up the pile of bodies here. But this is a brutal front line at the moment. Imperials, 29,000 losses as they try to push this. It does look like we have actually got some form of rudimentary kroot line here at the moment. Oh man, all them bodies. There's just so many Imperials dying here every second at the moment. Go back over here. How are they doing on this side? Have they made any grounds? They have! They've started to push past some of the kroot presence here, gaining a little bit of ground. Thanks to the, probably because of the gunner support down there. But yeah, they're about ready now to push into the fire warriors. There's a couple more kroot that keep coming through here that keep distracting them. It's really effective, man. All it takes sometimes is one or two troops to really distract melee units. But going back over to our gatehouse here. Have the Imperials pushed through? Not just yet. They are still trying to get through this Kroot line yet again. Eventually, though, I imagine that the bodies are going to pile up so high that they'll be able to stop passing over this building by the looks of it. There's still a lot of Imperials down there waiting their turn to get in here. But the Tau losses now, 1,700 to 37,000 losses to the Imperials. And oh my god. Yeah, I forgot there's a couple of mecha suits over here as well. And they've got that pulse fire. The burst pulse cannons on them boys. Just decimating Imperials as they come over the top here. But there's plenty of reinforcements still trying to push in. The Tau standing firm though. Resolute that they're not going to let anyone through this portion. But as these Kroot keep pushing forward, it's going to get harder and harder for the Imperials. Unless they can kill all the Kroot, in which case it's going to get very easy for the Imperials. But yeah, these Kroot, man, they're very good in melee combat. They've just been holding out. I wonder if the Imperials have got anywhere else they can come round here. Oh, there is a bit of a dry lake here. Okay, so it looks like we've got a little bit of a weird firefight going on over here. Plenty of Imperials actually dying to gunfire. What's that from? Oh, look! So there's been an exchange of fire. That's a really weird angle here. So it looks like a couple of the troops are trying to get on top. We can see that we've actually got the Space Marines over here, the Blood Ravens. They're laying down the bolter fire right back into them. I should have mentioned that. I forgot to mention, we do have Blood Ravens here, just none of them have actually pushed up to the breach yet. I don't think. Yeah, none of them have actually made it to the breach yet. So, you know, the Imperials do have some heavier units still yet to come here. They're not down and out yet. But it is going to be very costly by the looks of it. They've already lost like a quarter of their attack force, and they still haven't managed to get over this side yet. We are starting to get a little bit of a blood lake. It's very tiny in its infancy. Little Timmy will be happy, and so will Corn. Oh gosh, I don't know which side to look at now. The body pile on this side, man. Look at all the tanks here. Glitching out because they're all in top of each other. But yeah, this body pile really is just going to get level with this building here soon. I do feel, though, that this Kroot line has collapsed somewhat. That does look like the Imperials have made a bit of have made some ground there, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, look at that. They're actually attacking Fire Warriors here. The Kroot desperately trying to push past the Fire Warriors to reform this line. I think they're sort of doing it. It's kind of hard to tell. God knows how hard it is for you guys to tell on YouTube, because the colours are all very similar here. The only ones you can really tell apart are the Tau from the Imperials. But yeah, the Kroot sort of blend into that front line. We have got a couple of them here. Yeah, it looks like the Kroot line is starting to reform again. Let's scoot back on over to our other place. Oh, it's a big battlefield, this. Yeah, they're really struggling over this side. They have managed to push back the Kroot, though. I will say that on this side. Kroot no longer pushing into this area. Maybe one or two. That's just enough, though. That is just enough for the Imperials to keep taking these insane losses. How many troops have they actually got to come in here? Oh god, there's not that many. The gunners are actually getting close now. They're going to start pushing that area with gunners pretty soon. On the other hand, this side has still got plenty of reinforcements trying to flow into the area. If we're not careful, we're going to end up making a body pile down here. Oh, look at this. Loads of Kroot have been distracted now. How have we ended up with Imperials in here? Okay, so now that the water's all started to drain away, look at this. The Imperials now trying to push around a flank. That's kind of brave and insane. Though, if we can lure the Kroot into this valley, it does look like we've got a couple of gunners up there. We've also got some Space Marines up there, so we're going to be dealing a lot of damage to these guys. This could actually be excellent here for the Imperials. They could end up killing tons of Kroot doing this. I know I keep calling them Karoot as well. I know the Kroot, but I don't know. It's just, it's easier to say. When you're saying it lots, it's easier to say. But yeah, our body piles on this side now are truly getting magnificent. I am very happy with the progress so far Imperials have made. I just want them to connect that little bridge there, just so they can get onto this roof. I don't think they can actually go anywhere from that, but it'd just be cool to see. Let's go back over to this side. How are we doing over here? Any more grounds major? Oh, we've actually got a Space Marine coming up here now. Oh, he is taking a beating, though. Look at that. Oh, God. Where are you going, guy? Is he okay? Oh, no, I think he died. Oh, he took two full-on burst fires from the pulse cannons to these guys. They just saw him and lit him up. But yeah, look at this. Plenty of Kroot now making their way through our Tau lines here. Getting to that front line and stopping the Imperials from advancing. Oh, we've actually got a Space Marine up here now as well. I bet he's being targeted like no one's business, to be honest. Yeah, look, oh gosh. Look at all the Imperials dying around him. Lots of Imperials absorbing the bullets meant for him at the moment. Oh, God. So many are dying around him because all them Tau are going to see him as a primary objective. Yeah, literally, look at that side of the field. All the firepower's going into him. That's insane. Oh, we did it! We actually made our way onto the roof over here now. We've got a pathable way round. Okay, now all we need to do is create another body pile on the other side. Oh, no, it's allowing us to flank around the Kroot, though. That's amazing. Don't know how useful it's going to be because there's only a few amount of troops actually able to push around, but a small distraction's better than no distraction, surely. Coming back over to our front line over here. Kroot are still trying to push on this one. The Imperials returning the favour, but slowly but steadily running out of reinforcements in this area. Get back over to our, the dry riverbed over here. Yeah, look at this. We've actually got some gunners in the riverbed as well now. Okay, so the Kroot over here are going to be having a heck of a time. They're going to be under some firepower now. We've got guys above them looking down on them, laying in that firepower. A couple of Imperials every now and then falling down the hill. You do not want to be in that situation. But yeah, look, this is insane now. We've killed quite a few of these fire warriors. Come on, guys. We need something to break here. We're just waiting for one of the lines to break. Either the Imperial line's going to break or the Kroot line's going to break. And I don't know which it is. I think on this side, the Imperials are definitely going to run out of reinforcements. There's no way they can keep this attrition rate up. The Kroot in this area have done an excellent job of holding them in place. They barely even got inside the actual castle gate here. Well, it's only the first Imperial landing force here. This is just testing the defences. But yeah, this front line has been brutal, man. I want these bodies to pile up more, just so we can cover this house now. Want to get into them the Imperials into the Tau lines again. That's what we need. And it's just been, it's 90,000 losses now to the Imperials. This has just been an absolute slaughter. It's getting ridiculous here. I really want the Imperials to actually win the riverbed over here. It's distracting a heck of a lot of Kroot, though. Gotta say that. Look at that body pile as well. Wonder if little Timmy can actually go for a swim in here. Oh, so close. We are so close, Timmy. Start pumping up that rubber dinghy. We might get there yet. Just feel like the Imperials are actually winning in this area. Even though they're taking heavy losses, so are the Kroot, and the Kroot can't afford this. They're meant to be protecting fire warriors, but this is just some insane flanking maneuver that they're going on here. Like I said, they're getting lit up for it as well. Good. The Imperials need that kind of win. We've still got tanks trying to push in. Oh, there's a lot of tanks dead on this flank, which is interesting because we've got almost none pushing this side. In fact, we only had like one or two. Damn, man. See, if the Imperials lose this flank here, these Kroot are then going to start trying to flank round and attack at the Imperials on the side over there. That might be good for the Imperials, because the Kroot will be completely unsupported by the rest of their Tau brethren then. But yeah, it's looking grim on that flank. Let's get back over here. What's going on this side? Oh, that's a bit too much. Wow. Okay, the chimney of the building has now disappeared. Oh, we are actually filling up this area really quickly with bodies as well. Look at the Kroot standing ready and waiting to feast upon the brains here. Yeah, this has been a brutal affair on this front line now. Come on, guys. That's it. Fill in the gaps here. Let's build them body bridges. Imperials here now. 9,400 kills now. But the Tau have just topped over 100,000. Come on, we need to get some more of these Space Marines into that breach there. Oh, I think we're starting to win the combat on this side. Look at this, we were here before. We've now pushed all the way up here. And, little Timmy, get out your rubber dinghy. Fun for the entire family. You might have to watch out. There's a bit of a Lehman Russ in it, but, you know, we can cope with that. Yeah, the front line over this side has been real nasty. The Tau not wanting to give up the Tau Town. Tau Town just sounds like an actual name of a Tau faction. Oh my god, look at this. This is just a desperate gambit now by Imperials. Kroot actually outnumbering Imperials on this side. They're about ready to start pushing over the gigantic pile of bodies. Look at that. It actually fills my entire screen. That's insane. A lot of Imperials died here today. But it's not over for them. They might yet push through. They have still got a lot of firepower. We have still got Space Marines pushing this breach. If we can open up more sides to this, it will be better for us. Still a heck of a lot of crew. We need to kill them off in this area. If we can also secure this flank, things will get real interesting very quickly. But yeah, there's still a lot of them pouring into that. I'm actually kind of worried a little bit. Let's see what happens over here. Oh, we've got more Imperials now. Actually leaving this side. Commanders realised that they need reinforcements over the other side. So a large contingent of them are now starting to push out. Meeting the Kroot outside. Okay, that's interesting. So what I think we'll quickly do is I'll just hit a little time-lapse camera. What I want to see is if the Kroot can actually hold this area here. So we'll just go down here and see if the Imperials can push forward just a little bit. And we'll be back in a second. Well, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. It looks like the Imperials have gained the upper hand here in this little valley. They're now pushing up through the flank, around the walls, into the flanks of the Kroot here. Well, look on this side over here. The Space Marines have now pushed up into the area, standing on top of all their dead brethren, laying that bolt of fire right back into the Kroot, who are now seemingly starting to melt against the increased firepower in this area. However, on the other front gate over here, ladies and gentlemen, things have been going a little bit more brutal. Oh my, look at this. The Imperials did manage to push them back just a little bit, but the game has started yet again, where the superior firepower of the Tau is keeping the Imperials at bay for now. But what is interesting is what is going to happen over this side here. Already you can see some Kroot trying to come across here, realizing, oh god, our flank has been exposed. Plenty of Imperials actually rushing this position now. Oh my, in fact, actually, I think that's all of them. This is the Imperial delegation that has been sent forth to the side flank here to try and break through. And my god, are they ever trying to break through here? The Kroot taking an absolute punishment for daring to defy Imperial doctrine here. Oh, Imperial's just pushing up the side of the place. Absolutely no problem. Going back over to our center line here. And yes, it has finally happened, ladies and gentlemen. The Kroot have melted on this side. The bolt of fire was just simply too much for them in the end. Oh my, look at that. There was so many over here. This is what remains of them. This little puddle here, that is what remains of them. This Tau line has been absolutely decimated also, which means now that the Imperials are going to be free to push around the flank and in to these groups over here. You can already see that one of the Tau groups defending the streets here is taking a bit of a beating. Trying desperately to target these Space Marines here, but the Blood Ravens are having none of it. Standing defiantly, taking God knows how much firepower at the moment. I'm surprised this guy's still alive. But look at him, backed up by his brothers as the Imperial Guard now start to try and make their way through the carcasses. Let's go back over this side. How are they doing now? Okay, so we've still got plenty of Kroot on this side, guys. You can see that they're starting to filter background through the defense. So this is going to be the last stand here of the tower. It is a very nice little defensive position that they've got here that the Imperials are going to have to lay siege to now. So we're just waiting for the Imperials to actually manage to find a pathway through. Yeah, look at it. A couple of the carcasses are actually blocking the area, and a few of these Space Marines. But as the Space Marines have now made their way through, so does the reinforcements. Are we actually coming? Have everyone come from this side? What's going on here? Oh no, they're battling the remnants of the tower over here, who were also under bolter fire, I must say. So what we really need then is for these guys to push up real quickly into that area. Seems like they're having a bit of a dilly-daddle over here. They're not taking it seriously, guys. Come on, push up there. The Kroot managed to push up absolutely no problem. You guys are having a little bit of a delay, and I don't like it. But yeah, over the side, things are going swimmingly now. We can see that the combat has actually properly started in the center here. The Kroot pushing forward out of their formation. They were trying to save these fire warriors here, but as you can see, the Space Marines are already standing on top of the corpses of them. Things are slowly starting to sway in favor of the Imperials here. It was looking a little bit dicey at the start, but they managed to break through now. God, look at this. Absolute insanity here. I'm actually really interested to see what happens in this part, because I don't know if they can shoot through these walls. It's weird. In this game, some of the walls can actually be shot through. It's, yeah, it's weird. But the Imperials are making a damn good go of it on this side now. Pushing forward right into these Kroot. The Kroot forming up a rudimentary defensive line. Yet again, we have got a Tau formation on the flank over here, trying to lay down covering fire. They have got a nice little defilade in which they're sitting here. So they have got some protection against firepower. How are we doing against the other group over here? Yeah, there's still quite a few actually left over here. They're all the ones in cover. Come on, Imperials, push up. You know what you need to do. You're just being lazy about it. How many troops are actually... Oh, God, there's still tons out here. I'm surprised that they're not trying to move around to the other side, actually, now. But yeah, I'm thinking they're getting stuck a little bit. Such narrow entrances. Once these Lehman Russies are through, things should start speeding up just a little bit. There we go. Nicely does it. Nicely does it. There we go. A couple of more Lehman Russies over this side to get through. One of them's literally driving on top of someone's house. And there we are. Reinforcements now steadily coming into the area. And we can start pushing these guys over here. Looks like they've already been eradicated by a couple of Lehman Russies. That pushed up and just decimated them all. And there we go. The last of the Tau there. Being mopped up efficiently by the Imperials. That just leaves then our last stand over here. There's about 9,000 Tau remaining now to 46,000 Imperials. But the Tau did kill 125,000 of them so far. But yeah, the crew just desperately pushing out here, trying to form some defense line against this Imperial, basically just an Imperial siege. This was meant to be the first wave, but it's been very successful in cracking open this first line of defense here for the Tau. It was a flanking maneuver. The main battle is actually over yonder, over on the other massive wall over that side. So this was just a risky flanking maneuver, and it seems to be paying off at the moment. The Tau only had a skeleton defense here. The Imperials have taken insane losses from it, but I doubt High Command cares at this point. Victory is within their grasp. They've gained a foothold within the city. That's a magnificent feat for the Imperials. And realistically, it's only a few losses. Okay, so this looks like it's one of the walls that they can actually shoot through. Yeah. The Tau here laying down some monumental fire into the Imperials here. Imperials desperately trying to get into this little gap. This is going to be one hell of a siege. Luckily, they've got that bolter fire, which is really going to be taking out a lot of these Tau. Look at that. That bolter fire just decimating the fire warriors here. And that firepower is quickly diminished. A lot of the Kroot, though, realizing that they're being attacked in the rear here, are diverting themselves away from the front line, which could be really good for the Imperials here, because we have got reinforcements now flowing round into this area. So the pressure is really on the Tau defenders here now. Are they going to be able to breach through the walls here? Imperials desperately trying to get through. I do think most of the fire warriors on this side are dead. Oh, there was a gatehouse over here. I didn't even realize that was there. Sneaky Imperials here, knowing the layout of the city, pushing into the flank. Some of them morphing through a wall there. That's heresy, guys. Stop it. Stop it. I am a commissar. Stop that. Stop. No, I don't know. You know what? Yeah, that's what you get. I told you I was a commissar. I don't like that. I don't like the warp. The wicked ways of the warp there. But yeah, Imperials now have actually got a foothold on the inside here. They're doing an excellent job of pushing this. Like I said, it's really this bolter fire from the Blood Ravens that has just been annihilating the Tau. All it took was for the Blood Ravens to actually get to the front line. They were stuck behind all the Imperials for a long time. We have got a good defensive Tau over here, though, chunking their way through, and we have still got the two suits over here. They are battered, bruised, or just covered in the blood of the enemies, something along them lines. But they are still holding out, and they are still putting that covering fire down into that front line. 41,000 troops now remaining here for the Imperials, but only 1,000 here for the Tau. I do think that this defense here is going to fall very, very soon. I'm going to quickly hit another time-lapse camera here while I wait for this last bit of mopping up to go on. We'll be back in a second. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. It did cost the Imperials a hell of a lot of troops, but they finally managed to do it. There's just this one X8 suit left here. Sorry, XV8 suit. Oh my. But yes, the Imperials did have their victory. But what a costly victory it was. Look at our body pile here. That is insane. It's almost as high as the walls on the other side there. But of course, we are going to have to call this one here. And all along, it was the Tau's plan to let them in. Because, as always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all our channel members who helped to keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button below. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out this amazing metal print Cyber Doggo wall art. Wouldn't you love to have this guy hanging from your wall? With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.